Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Round 1, fight!
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I've surpassed peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging that generations remember our story.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Bang, bang, bang.
Happy Saturday, man. Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honors from Most High. I see my partners in the building. I'm about to bring them up here in a second. Let me get this right. Get these names up here. Let me get this banner up here. The Addict open mic, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard. It is going down. We're putting in work this weekend. So if you are a poet or you like poetry and you like the open mic field, tap in with us later on at 2:00, and then we spin it back later on at 8 p.m. Eastern for the McDonald's situation. I know y'all heard of it. If you didn't, we're gonna chop it up, man. Shout out to my poets, writers, content creators, etc., etc. You know the energy. Shout outs to Rob, shout outs to Sydney, shout out to Jason, all of y'all, man. Much love to everybody who has been following me on YouTube. I thank you. I appreciate you for coming out and supporting and showing love to the platform. We are growing slow but steady, and the conversations are real. They're not policed. They're not filled with politics or any of that. So yeah, man, we moving and we making some things happen. As soon as he turn his camera on, I'm gonna bring him up. You see the title. Liangelo Ball files for divorce from Miss Rashida. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do, because I was actually about to share this anyway, but let me go ahead and get this up on the screen real quick. I have a clip that I want to play for y'all. We're going to watch this together. We're going to unpack all this as a family unit. We're here to hang out, get some things off of our chest. So let me bring this up. I'm going to move this over here. Let me get this screen back up here. OT, whenever you ready, I'm gonna need you to pull up. Pull up. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Hold on a second. All right. Now I don't know how long this video is. It's gonna kind of give you an idea of what's going on with them. And I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm not saying I absolutely know what the fuck I'm talking about all the time, but I do have some experience in some of this shit. So it's like most of it is obvious. Some of it you wouldn't have noticed or paid much attention to if you were kind of just green to it. All right, there he is. Yo, talk to me.
It's good, man. Happy Saturday to you, man, and everybody out there that's watching. This is going to be one of those. This is going to be one of those.
Oh yeah, a very impactful weekend. I'm gonna say it like that. Before I play this video, man, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about marrying people within your own bracket, your own circle, your own community? I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about your economical lifestyle and your environment. Does it matter to you? Do you think that shit is any different from being in a impoverished area versus being in a rich situation? Like you don't want or need for anything. Does it really make a difference to you?
Well, it depends, man. It pretty much comes down to the character of the person. I think it can be a tragedy on both parts. You go with the poverty, or you go with the the more fortunate group. It depends on the person. I'm gonna say that, because at the end of the day, people gotta know who they are. You know what I'm saying? And if you know who you are, I don't think it's a bad move.
Yeah, honestly, I look at it like this, man. Whoever God got for you, it's not really going to make a difference what status they have. It's going to be about divine order. It's going to be about your walk. It's going to be about if you are living within your purpose and doing the things that are necessary to give him acknowledgement and praise. The people that you get introduced to outside of his will, well, that's a whole nother conversation, which is actually why I want to play this. Right. You just see this shit all the fucking time, and it's like, damn, man, y'all just don't learn at all. Y'all just keep on doing the same shit over and over again. But let me bring this up on the screen, man. I'm gonna play this, and I want to get your honest feedback. Let's see.
Welcome to Hoodie News. Now, I didn't even know that they was married. I thought they was just boyfriend and girlfriend, but Liangelo Ball has filed for divorce from Rashida Nicholes. Now they said just days after the influence announced she was pregnant with the couple's child. Now, according to the court records obtained by TMZ Sports, the rapper requested a split at a Southern California courthouse on July 3rd. She announced that they were having a baby June 26th. New beginnings. Yeah, okay. Now they say it's unclear when they tied the knot, but they, they said back in February they was wearing all white outfits and carrying a large envelope. Now they said there's no signs of trouble in paradise. So she announced that they were having a baby June 26th, and he liked it and left a heart emoji in the comment section. But June 26th, July 3rd, something happened. Now all I'm gonna say is, damn. Like I said, I didn't know they was married, but what did you really expect? How you get him is how you lose him. Like you really thought that you was special, huh? How he did Miss Nikki, like she just had a baby, basically cheated on her with you, and then y'all together get married, you expecting a baby, and now he about to leave. Child, I'm sorry this happened, but I'm just sorry this happened. I wish you the best luck, but I will be devastated. Like, damn. He just out here just getting women pregnant and just moving on to the next. He finna find him or already got another victim. Y'all be careful out here, ladies. But
Huh. All right. So I want a provider. I want a man who makes 6 figures a year. He has to be tall. He has to be in shape. He has to have an edge. He can't be weak. He has to know how to handle himself, etc., etc. You know the long laundry list of bullshit that be on that list. We've all seen the list, revised, the rough draft, the final edits. Where do you want to begin with this, man? Because I can't help but like it's gonna sound fucked up, but I can't help but laugh because like this shit happens so often. It's like, all right, well, shit, who's supposed to really feel bad about this shit? You put it on the internet every day. You don't want no broke dude. You don't want no short dude. You don't want the good guy, etc., etc. You made that adamantly clear. You roast them. You call them simps. You call them incels. You go out of your way to bash good dudes. Call them weak. All that shit. You make it perfectly clear where you stand. Getting still in the parallel universe. Here we are. Another Rashida. Another Kardashian. Another fucking Cardi B. Where do you want to start with this, bro? What are your initial thoughts, man?
Well, first I want to say to you, sir, what what made you want to do this story? I mean, we had so many stories that we done in the past, like similar to this one. But what made you want to go in this direction?
I want to highlight what the mind of a woman looks like to the women who think that men don't know exactly what women are actually thinking about. So on one side of the internet, you have women who are conscious, they're mindful, that they're empathetic, they have no problem with exposing the true nature behind how they move. Then you have the other side where they do nothing but deflect and refuse to hold people accountable. You can sit up here all day, man, woman, or child, and say that you this and that and the third, but your actions always end up being the one that tells on you every time. So my reasoning for this is one, to address the men who are basically telling you, look, you wanted me because of what I got and because of what I look like. Everything that you keep on talking about you want, I'm him, but there's some other shit that come with dealing with me. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what you are, who I am, and I'm going to let the world know exactly what I am and who you are. That's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons. Let's not act like us as humans don't show up and show out when we want to tear someone down or make someone look bad. Let's not act like we don't love drama and we don't come up here for solutions and resolve. What he's doing, most wealthy men are doing. I hope that answers your question. But you still ain't answer mine.
So what we're gonna do here is go this route. I heard you break down. What a female is, pretty much a female standard, of what they would like, and how a female's mindset pretty much disqualifies a lot of contenders. A lot of men can't step up to her because, you know, they soft, they weak, they short, they're losers, and they don't really have a bag, so they can't really even get close to a woman like that. So with that put on the table, let's flip the script. Let's go and say, you know, what do these guys like Jello? Because Jello Ball is, well, he was trying to be a basketball player at one point. Like his brothers, he was butthurt because he couldn't make the cut. He couldn't make the NBA like his two brothers, and he went and became a rapper. So that was another gateway he chose to go under. Now he came up as a baller, like he had game. Jello had game, but my thing is, what's in his mindset to say, well, you know, I got plenty of options. You know, I got plenty of options. Why, if he had plenty of options, what would make him decide to settle with her and put a baby in the other one, and then to put a baby in this one? And yeah, like what's up with his mindset? Like when you got the pick of the litter, pretty much, because the mindset of a female is, what they got to understand is that when you disqualify all these other average men, because basically you're saying, I don't want an average man, I don't want them. All of you are looking at one specific type of guy, and if all of you looking at one specific type of guy, that means that you're going to be sharing that specific guy. He gonna be with you. He gonna be with her, and that's pretty much what comes with that particular female that has that mindset. But my thing is, what's wrong with the male mindset? Why would he want to be with these type of women in the first place? You know what I'm saying? So it's I think it's a toxic on both mindsets. You know what I'm saying? She want to be with a guy that every woman is having. You see what I'm saying? And on his side, he gotta, you know what I'm saying? He's creating broken homes. It ain't. I mean, if that's what he wants to do with his popularity or his fame, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to create broken homes though. That's all I'm saying when it comes to Jello. Do what you do, but you ain't got to do it like that though. You ain't got to do the broken home thing. And then what he do is he gets them to think it's gonna be a long term thing. I'm gonna say far as what like marriage or whatever like that. And that's not what he on. You see what I'm saying? He got other. There's no way he could be on that if he got all these other options. He got.
Since the Bible, since the beginning of time, the wisest, wealthiest men have always had the pick of the litter. It's always been like that. Now, when you get to the new version and you start discussing proverbs and things start to shift, right? Because everybody is practicing different levels of what a relationship is supposed to reflect. The general consensus is if you have it, then you can pretty much do what you want. If you make that type of money where you can afford the expenses of multiple people, then you can pretty much do whatever the hell you desire. If you are of a certain status and you can open doors that most people can't, you have a certain level of comfortability within the view of others that many men don't have. So if I'm rich and I'm famous and shit, I can get you an interview faster than Tommy from around the corner. I can get you connected to Melissa if you really like her, because she'll look at me and think, well, if he's friends with you, then he must be somebody that I can fuck with. Status, all that stuff always meant more to people. And I think that part conditioned a lot of men into believing that polygamy or having like these widespread sexual endeavors is somehow tied to real masculinity. And I think that's a problem. Like I said, it's always been that way. Every time I get online or I see somebody talking about Chris Brown or they're freaking out over one of their favorite artists, they all, the women especially, they be like, girl, yeah, and I'll risk my relationship, I'll risk my marriage. Do you know how many husbands and how many boyfriends, girlfriend relationships have ended because these motherfuckers really decided that they were upgrading to the next person because they thought that they were special, or they thought that, you know, they had the opportunity to do something that the same woman that was in her spot was doing, and that shit don't never go that way. Why? Because men and women look at this shit completely different. Now, humble men who walk with God and honor God and his word, we're not out here trying to be with multiple women. We're not on that. but the world got it set up to where you either have it or you don't have it. The bottom line. So a lot of men, including him, they are in toxic situations where their mindset is toxic because they think because they have access to all this shit, that means that they can just go out here and do whatever the fuck they want. Now, another thing I want to address is, yeah, he's creating broken homes, but he doesn't have autonomy over her body. She can say no. She can say, I don't want children with you. She could keep her legs closed. She could wear a condom. She could be on birth control. She could take the shot. If she does end up getting impregnated by the person, she can get the abortion. If he wants her to get it, she can say no and still have the child. He has no say so over that. Both men and women in this situation is irresponsible. One, why? Because women are superficially looking for something that will always end terribly. And men are capitalizing off of hypergamy. Men with options, with money, with everything handed to them because they work for it. They see what you are, they see what you're about, and they're going to treat you accordingly. But in moving and practicing those options, you are creating more problems. You are creating more brokenness. You are putting more stains and making it more difficult for us to free ourselves from this toxic way of thinking. I yield the mic.
All right. Touching back on what you said, I got a question here. I need to know a man that's on purpose, a man that got shit figured out, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that for himself. He's doing well for himself. Is it possible? Is it okay that a man can love a woman unconditionally? Do you feel like that's something that's possible?
Absolutely. It's been proven time and time again.
So with that, with the unconditional part, for a man to love a woman unconditionally, then it's okay to look past her intent. I mean, it's okay to look past her female tendencies and her female ways, the stuff that she's looking to obtain from a guy. It's okay to look past all of that, because you're gonna love her despite all her intentions towards you. And see, that's going back to that culture again. That's that culture. I don't agree with that at all. I think it's conditions on both ways. You can't. I don't think you can do that, because you have to know what somebody's intentions is towards you. And if that's what it is, like you said, you just said that they're going to treat you according to that. And so according to how you trying to obtain all of this with him, with Jello, he's not going to respect that woman. He's not. He's going to look at her like you just like everybody else that I met. You the average one. You're not doing nothing to separate yourself from the pack. You trying to drain me. You trying to use this relationship or whatever we got going on. You trying to use it like a scam to just obtain my funds, and then you're gonna walk away and do it to the next man. It happened all the time. So you have to look at someone's intentions before you do that. You see what I'm saying? You don't know if they're there for a short time or a long time. You don't know that. But when you look at all of these cases, like this stuff has become like it seems like love become a damn scam these days, bro, with this new generation. It's a scam. We talk about with my man Kevin Samuels always talk about the high value man this, high value man that. And it's okay to get one of them, but look what you do when you come up on one of them. That's what they do. They come up. They don't appreciate that. They come slam up. They look at what that guy obtained with that mindset, going back to that mindset of what can they get for them. And we did one on Travis Hunter. You see what he about to get hit with. So yeah, you gotta be careful out here. And it's sad that love can be a scam. And then on the flip, women are more emotional, man. So when they do it, it's it's a feeling, and the feelings come and go. A guy like Jello, when he's about to make a decision, he's supposed to be making it with his damn head. He's supposed to be more logical than her. So when I talk about these broken homes and stuff, man, you don't want that. You don't want nobody saying, okay, since I got pregnant and all of that, and like you said, they can have a baby even if you don't want the baby. They can have a baby anyway and say, well, you're gonna be on child support. You're not around, so we're gonna put you on here and put you on there. So, we got to be more logical with our decisions too. Like men be fucking up with that piece. Once you do something like that, you gotta be down for the consequences, man, and the responsibility that come with that. Marriage too. You get married. I don't even care if it's for 5-10 days, man. You gotta be ready to deal with what comes with all of that. You know the type of life you live in. I'm pretty sure Jello was aware of his fame and all of this before he did what he did. And when it's like that, I can go back to old basketball players. So this has been happening from the beginning of time. This is always back in the 50s. I don't know if you know him. His name was Wilt Chamberlain. They call him the Big Dipper. The man scored. That man scored 100 points in one game, ladies and gentlemen. And it was nobody at that time. Of course, we know about Michael Jordan and Kobe and LeBron and all that now, but it was nobody in that time in the ball games that was displaying that type of talent. It had never been seen before that time. So because of that man had a lot of value with his play. There wasn't nobody in the league at that time like him. So with that being said, the man had thousands of women like all over the city. Everywhere he went, his fame was like synonymous. And he couldn't really get serious or settle down with one woman. So I don't know what the count. I think it was something like 8,000 or something, man. This man's body count was like ridiculous. When I heard the number, it was like, wow. That man slept with thousands of women. And it's because of that value that he had that nobody else had. He separated himself from the pack. So what I'm saying is, when you have that type of power, and you know that hundreds and hundreds of women are drooling over you because of what you have to be responsible, young man. He's young though, but you have to be responsible in what you obtain, what you work for. You see what I'm saying? You can't let nobody get into your situation with a devious intent and scam you out your funds like that. So you have to be mindful of these situations, and you have to be able to differentiate the two intents. Like, it's females that come with good intentions, it's females that come with bad intentions, but you got to be the more logical one and determine what's for you or where you at in your life. And it seems to me with this situation here, it seems to me that Jello is a party animal. You know what I'm saying? He got the fame. You want to do him, and that's fine. But like I said before, just be more responsible with what you're doing. He probably ain't ready to really settle down. Most young people not. So until he get that maturity, then yeah, he's gonna do him regardless of who he meet. You got it.
And that's the problem I have. Me knowing what I know now, you lock me in for a deal, a 5-year deal, $20-30 million, because you know that I'm good at what I do. This is going to be good for marketing. This is going to be good for your brand. This is going to be good for TV, social media, commercials, getting other people in the door, getting people to invest in your product. My name attached to something that you're doing is going to extend money and wealth opportunity to you. Me knowing this and me seeing how the world is and how fickle humans are, me knowing my flesh, what I'm susceptible to, knowing that I'm a partier, or maybe I'm responsible. Maybe I'm not the guy who jumps out of airplanes and wants to go to orgies and shit like that. Maybe I'm the one who is straightforward. I'm essentially on my purpose. What is your purpose? You don't see nothing else that's distracting. My hobbies and my pleasures don't consist of drugs and a whole lot of sex. That's a bonus. I'm not putting myself at risk. And what I mean is, and I've said this a million times, you got men and women who only like you and only support you because they want something from you. They don't really like you at all, but they can really put on a performance. They can look at you, smile, and bat their eyes at you. They can dap you up. They can embrace you like 1,000 suns. And at the same time, they want your spot. They want your life. You're just a tool for them to get to the next place and position themselves so that they can be you. People have been adapting this survival method for ages. Most humans don't want to do the work. Most men and women do not want to develop into the person that they are supposed to be. So they play chameleon to someone else and take on their life. And I don't think people like, unpopular opinion, I don't think people like Nick Cannon and Jim Jones and people like that, I don't think they would survive living like us, living like regular people. And I say that because Damon Dash is a perfect example. These people don't know what the fuck to do with their life once they get money. They sleep with harlots, hoes, 304s. They get them knocked up. They're always in scandals. They're always getting arrested for assault and battery. They're always getting sued. There's always some shit going on with these people, man. They get passed around. Like, I don't think if you took the money away from them, they would not get into a lot of the trouble that they get into. If you switch the roles around and you put that type of money in the hands of someone who loves the community and the people, and they're not so easily swayed by pussy and a fat ass, this world will look a lot different. Liangelo is another guy who is out here doing nothing more but practicing irresponsibly with his options, creating and causing more bad than good. And that shit really be triggering me sometimes. I don't be understanding how the hell these folks be getting in these positions, and they always find themselves fucking up. And I know, everybody say they wouldn't do the same thing. Yeah, I there's no fucking way in the world I'm doing the same thing. You know how you can tell somebody really rock with you is when you ain't never had shit. Then they were there when you ain't have shit, and they're there when you get to the point to where you finally start getting motion. That's how you know when somebody really fuck with you. I ain't got $2 to my name, but I keep on playing basketball. I keep on rapping. I keep on recording. I keep on doing streams. I keep on practicing with the music. I keep on playing it. But nobody's coming to my shows. Nobody's watching me. Nobody's subscribing to me. Nobody's paying me no attention. Nobody's hollering at me. Nobody's giving me love. Nope. But you still the same person that's with them trying to plaster posters and reposting. Those are the people that you know are gonna fuck with you to the end. Y'all niggas be getting excited when you finally make it big. People like your personality. They start vibing with you. And now you think everybody is your friends and all that shit. People like that shit is crazy to me. Bro is reckless. He ain't no different than Future. He ain't no different than Nick Cannon or Andrew Tate or any of the rest of them, for real. That's why I said earlier. This is what it looks like to me. And I'm gonna yield the mic. You have the ideology. Then you have the man and the woman who looks at this perceived ideology, which suggests that your identity is entirely based on what you can do for me, what you can offer the world, what you can offer me. The things that the man is looking at versus what the woman is looking at are different. The woman is looking at the man for provision et cetera, et cetera. The man is looking at the woman based on how she conducts and carries herself. Men want wives. Men want nuclear homes. They want to leave a legacy behind. But if the woman is only looking at the man as a credit card and a bank statement, the man is going to treat the woman accordingly to how he is presenting himself. If the woman is looking at the man like that, then she's going to act accordingly. So you got the man saying, "Oh, she's just a 304. She's just chasing clout and opportunity. She's gonna fucking suck whoever is in line at the moment." And she's looking at him like, "Shit, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I gotta do to get this money and to get this lifestyle. I don't care if I gotta sell my fucking soul." So you got two different people playing this game back and forth, and the shit don't end well for either or. This man had a kid with someone, then stepped out on her, and now he's having a kid with her, and he's getting a divorce from her. So where does the science add up? But y'all be swearing up and down, y'all got all this shit figured out. Let me tell you something. Just because you got all that money don't mean shit. Because clearly you don't know what the hell you doing in life neither. That's all I'm gonna say. I yield the mic.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. That's all I can say. It's a shame with this generation these days. Yeah, touching back on what you just said about his decision making and him marrying that woman. Now, when did he actually marry? Did he actually marry that woman? He really married her.
They were married. They got married, but they weren't married very long.
Because I'm looking at that video that you showed everyone. I'm the same way as old girl that was on that video. Like, why wasn't that put out there? You see what I'm saying? That if they did get married, it was real silent with it. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't really loud with his merge. So I don't know, man. And then you say he had a kid with somebody, and then he went and cheated on that person with his wife that he's getting a divorce from now, and she ended up being pregnant. See, that's a lot of chaos, and I hate to put this on the table, but again, you know, where's the unconditionally at? You see what I'm saying? When you look at how that went, where's that unconditional? Because that's conditions. It ain't no unconditional with that. With the way that's been going, she allowed him to. I think she was okay with her being the side piece, and then he ended up making her the main, and then she's all excited and all this stuff, and then now all of a sudden, here come the divorce, and you're pregnant, and I got another option, same scenario, holler back. So when I look at it from that lens, I'm going towards Mr. Ball. Liangelo Ball has a dad that always backed him. Like, whatever they did, he got two sons in the league. I mean, he had the baller brand. He brung him up with two-parent household. Married their mom. Two-parent household, three boys. Got two in the league. He was trying to get the third one in the league, and the third one ended up being a rapper that's real popular, Liangelo, who we talking about today. And it's just fickle to me that if you got that type of upbringing, as a young man, as a kid, you had that example. You've seen stuff. You know, why would he be moving irresponsibly? Why wouldn't he emulate? Why wouldn't he try to emulate what his upbringing was? Because most of the time, these kids actually want a life similar. You know, they want a life similar to what if they came up with a good upbringing. You know, sons want to emulate their dad. You know what I'm saying? If he was around them, if he was any one of a positive influence or role model to them, that's what they kind of inspire to be. Now, if you a deadbeat, you wasn't around, then these are the type of decisions that will happen in that situation. You see what I'm saying? He irresponsible. The hell with the money part, that was irresponsible. Yeah, you moved on and you probably got another option or another baddie, whatever you want to say, but you left you still got responsibilities and ties with these ladies, them two ladies. So that's defeating the purpose, my nigga. I mean, if this is what you're trying to do, that's defeating the purpose. You only do something like that if that was your intent, like if that's what you're trying to do at that time, and build like you said, build a family, build a life, build a legacy, and all of that. That's when you make decisions like that. That's not what he on. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's fickle, man. And then I don't get you know, his other sons I think Mello, I think they going through a little something too. I think his oldest son, Liangelo oldest brother, might have tried the experience like Dad, tried to have the family life, and it didn't pave out for him. But what they gotta understand is when you're famous, you know what I'm saying, when you have money, because we're gonna go back to the money piece, and when you're doing your thing and you got people around you that want, like you say, want what you have, they supposed to rock with you before you don't have nothing. Like look at the situation with Savannah, you know what I'm saying, and LeBron. Like she knew him in high school. You see what I'm saying? She ain't wait till he built all that, then said, "Hey, what's up, LeBron?" It wasn't nothing like that. She kind of assisted and helped him build what he built. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. Then somebody's, you know, coming through the side door, you know, see that you're blowing up or you're major now, you're big time, and then all of a sudden you get all these extra loves, these extra hugs, and all of that, and they want to be a part of your success or what you did. So we just got to be mindful as men to move different, move a little bit more responsible, and I really feel like hopefully LeVar is talking some sense into his son, man. At least be responsible and take care of them kids, man. You know what I'm saying? That you done did. You ain't gotta be with those two women that you had those kids with, if that's what you chose to do. But you still need to be a man at the end of the day, and you know, take care of your responsibility. That's what I'm putting on the table today. Like, at least do that. You know what I'm saying? But it all goes back to that maturity piece, man, and being ready to man up on your actions, whatever actions you took. And as far as these ladies, you know, these ladies gotta have a better mindset too when it comes to picking certain men, because it's not about the wallet. Like we talk about it all the time. It's about it's about the character and stuff with these people that you're hanging around or you're dealing with. I mean, if you want something long term, then you need to make it make sense. You can't change no man to make him be long term like what's in your mind. I hope that register, because you picking these type of guys and they not even on what you on. So women need to kind of pay attention to how they thinking. Now you're in a baby mama standpoint, and you're not nobody's wife because what? Because you was chasing a bag. So that's what I'm saying. It need to be some conditions, because now people out here think love is a scam, and the way these situations play out, man, it really is. It's a scam. It's a lot of imposters out here. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to gravitate towards you to take something from you, and it ain't genuine, too. So yeah, I think it falls on both parties when these situations come up, because they expecting to get something out of it, and then on the other hand, we gotta be looking to build something that's meaningful too. So I just think that's food for thought, man. And when you picking a mate and you out here just running through people reckless, so we gotta be on point.
I'm just curious. Has the blueprint not been put out there? Have we not had enough examples? If you want to be out here in the street, that's your prerogative. Tell people you for the street. You ain't looking for nothing serious. Give folks the option. Let them decide if they want to be a part of that or not. Don't drag folks along under false pretenses. And that goes for both sides. To pretend like you're such a grown adult, but then you hide your hand, knowing damn well that in all reality, the things that you stand on have conflicting versions of themselves compared to the people that you are bringing into your lifestyle. That shit don't make no sense to me. You are a millionaire. And what I want to also address is, just because he had his parents, that don't mean that they were a good example. We all seen he got game. Yeah, his pops wasn't. He came off strict, and he came off like he was putting his foot down and shit like that. But he was on some bullshit himself. So don't get it twisted. Just because he's there, that don't mean nothing. You see your pops around all of these women, and you see them with that type of lifestyle, and you want to. That's true. We didn't grow up with him, so we can't really speculate that just because he had his father, that he was getting what we expected him to give and put out here once he got to a certain age. I don't really necessarily mean he's going to be the same. Nah. I laugh at these stories is because, like, shit, y'all arrogant as fuck. All of y'all, ladies and men. Y'all be up here talking all this shit, but y'all be in the same situations as these low maintenance, fucked up urban areas be with the communities be having all of these fucking badass children up and down the street all day instead of in school. No, y'all be dealing with the same shit. Y'all stumbled into money, don't know what to do with it. And this clearly shows no way in the world I'm going to come into that type of lifestyle. And I'm not going to have but maybe 2 to 3 people around me. That's it. Nobody else is going to have no type of contact with me. Fuck that. You tripping and you smoking and you sniffing fentanyl. I don't know what you want. There's no way in the world. I don't care how fat your ass is. I don't care what you look like on Instagram. I don't care about none of that shit. Because I already know that shit is a trap. All of it. Have fun. Live a little. Go ahead, OTC. Live a little. She look good. She bad. You probably have a good time with that. You got the money for it. You have value, my nigga. You can go anywhere in the world. You can fly wherever you want. You got 20 of them joints right there. They just waiting. They ain't even asking you to do too much of shit. You are the guy. You can pick from. You seen Rush Hour. You can pick whoever the fuck you want. Go ahead. Push the goddamn button. Yeah, see what happens.
They choosing.
Yeah, they are. But it's the same result over and over and over and over again. The same shit. And these fucking athletes and musicians and y'all still be falling for the shit. Time in and time out. Your team must be shit. Your friend group must be horrible. Ain't nobody telling y'all to stop with this. Y'all just keep doing this shit year after year. How many stories within the last 2 years have you heard about a celebrity or a basketball, football player in this similar situation? How many times? Just estimating, guess a number.
You said 2 years. I'm gonna say about maybe 20. It happens.
That's a big. That's a large ass number. 20. Y'all, you would think by now people would have learned this shit, but clearly not. If you don't want children, don't have them, man and woman. Ladies, you ain't slick. You'll let a nigga nut in you for that paycheck, and then try to make it seem like you love them and this. Right, sure you did. And then get upset when the results don't turn out the way that you want. Y'all be manipulating the situations the whole time. But these dudes are stupid as well too. Travis Hunter. Make me so angry, man. Make me so angry. And you know what? Truth be told, I ain't even mad at y'all no more. Because you showed me what not to do and what to look out for. So any chick decide to just start randomly hitting me up, I know why. Because none of y'all talking to me before. So why you got words for me now? I'm not wasting my money partying. I done already had my smoke sessions. I done had plenty of those. I done had my share of popping the bottle. I've been with the frenemies. I've been with the fake love. I've seen all that shit. I'm cool. Y'all can keep it. Y'all go out here and keep on fighting over that shit. I'm good on it. Just give me one. Give me one. I'll be straight. But see, dudes like him, he gonna be like Nick Cannon, man. He gonna be like Nick Cannon in the future and the rest of them. Unless they having conversations with these women and these women, they're like, all right, I'm cool with it. I'll be the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. Y'all don't find something suspicious about that? You don't see nothing wrong with that? I don't know. I ain't surprised at him though. He's just another stereotype. These are the reasons why stereotypes exist. People like him and her. 100%. The rest of the world, the ones with common sense, we looking at this shit like, man, never. Never. Thank y'all for being the fucking idiots that y'all are. So I don't have to do the same thing that you're doing. Appreciate it. And this shit making people appreciate their loved ones more as well. So anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, it just seems like it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure when it comes to, you know, you getting that bag and that money. That money play a part in these fucked up decisions, man, that these young athletes make. Because the athletes is just as bad. We talk about Anthony Edwards, man, with all these kids too. He did the broken home. I mean, he did step up and say he didn't want to be with that woman though. He did say that, and he went on and took care of the whole child support head up with the salary. I mean, I give him that part, but it still ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got the child out there that you created, and you pretty much fronting that money like you don't want to be a part of it no more. So, you know, with that being said, we just got to do better with who we choose to be with. But it is a lot of pressure that comes with having a lot of money if you're a young, especially when you're a younger man like Angelo and we spoke about with Travis Hunter, man. If it makes you do foolish things when you don't have the responsibility that come with having what you have to have the understanding and wisdom that you have to protect what you have. And that's why I brought up Mr. LeVar Ball, because I mean, yeah, that at the end of the day, that is his dad, and he came up with a 2-parent household, and that's the type of stuff that you should be told before you get into your profession. Like if you're playing basketball, or you want to be it was really basketball, because basketball was really what their goal was. He wanted all of them to be in the league. So he still might be in the league. So who knows? But my thing is, you have to, you know what I'm saying, you have to have some responsibility about yourself, the way you move. Same with these women, man, because it's a lot of women out here that's on the same type of page. I'm not saying all women are like this, because they're not. It's women out here that will get in the mud with you and help you build too. But as a man, you know what I'm saying, as a young man, you got to be the one to, you know, you got to be the one to determine that for you, what's the best for you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's both of them out here. You just gotta be the one to determine that. And if you choose fucked up, then that's how your situation gonna go. However your situation go, you can't blame that woman. You gotta blame you for doing that. So that's what's out here, man. And you know what I'm saying, it'll teach you how to move different. So like I say, with him, hopefully stuff gets better as he mature, you know what I'm saying? And if the fuck up arrives, you know, he got a chance to you know, build a bridge over it. That's pretty much what I put out there, what I got on it, man.
My final thoughts is all about choices. You are where you are because that's what you decided, both of you as adults. Stop playing this man versus woman thing. Stop blaming it on one person over the other. He wouldn't have access to her if she didn't allow access to her. She wouldn't have been checking for him if he didn't have what she was looking for out of him. Foolish to think that you would get with someone who's cheating on their spouse expecting different results, because I guess you swear up and down you're special. Maybe you didn't even think that at all. Either way, another Young and the Restless. And we got another one that's coming up here real soon. Yeah, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, it don't stop.
It really don't.
We actually got two, because we just got a new one just stepped up in them waters too. So the waters run deep.
That will dry as fuck.
Gotta guard your chicken.
For real. Hey, but I want to say thank you to everybody who pulled up this morning. The Attic open mic, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is for my poetry lovers. If that's your vibe, that's where you should be at. Pull up, hang out with us. I got some new faces joining us this afternoon. And then we spinning the block later at 8.
You don't want to miss that one.
Yeah, so
that's a true OTC.
Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you would. I appreciate that very much. Also, do me a solid before we go.
What's the goddamn button?
Appreciate y'all, man. I'll see you guys in in about 2 hours. I'm gonna be right back up here in about 2 hours. All right, man. I catch up with y'all. I'm about to go grab me something to bite, man. I gotta get some energy in me.
I know that's right. Big baller brand. He got game, man.
Y'all be easy, man.
Balling season.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I surpass peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms